What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick, and welcome back to the 120 of my favorite K-pop songs of 2015. In the previous video, we did the first 10 coming out in the month of January. Now for the second one, naturally, it means we're going to take a look at what came out in February, and we're going to give you my 10 favorite songs from that month. So let's get straight into it. We're going to start it off with the song from Zion T and Crush titled Just. Now this was the first song that I've heard from either of them. I hadn't listened to any of them previously before that, and this is the song that made me fall in love with both of them. I've heard more of Zion T because he's just been more active as far as collaborating and releasing singles on his own. I haven't heard too much from Crush, but I like both of them. The two of them together are really, really great. This song was really, really nice. It's just overall a really nice and relaxing song to listen to. Something that's not particularly maybe relaxing to listen to, though, we've got to the song from Outsider and Navi, and it's titled Tattoo. And the main draw for this one for me was the fact that Navi was the featured singer in this song. It's really a popular thing for a rapper to feature someone who has, more vocally oriented, has stronger vocals than they do, to sing choruses and have, whatever sort of thing. So just basically wherever Navi goes, whatever song that she is featured in, I'm obviously going to be really, really interested, since she is one of my favorite solo singers in Korean music. And I was really, really interested to see how this was going to turn out, because Outsider's a rapper, she's a singer. I don't even know. I didn't have any idea, but I really, really liked the way that this turned out. The song split basically 50-50 as far as like the amount of lines that each of them got. Outsider had the verses, Navi sang the choruses. The entire thing is just absolutely fantastic. And of course, Navi did a really great job. And secondly, and most important for, Outsider in general, having the featured artist in the song drew me in to listen to it, and then it also made me a fan of Outsider as well. So having Navi featured had the desired effect in a way of getting other people who wouldn't maybe pay attention to him to take a look, listen to something he's done, and actually maybe possibly like them. Since we're talking about people that we really like, we're going to move on to, of course, probably my top 5 favorite songs of the year. That came from 4 Minute and their actual promotion comeback song titled Crazy, which is the same name that the album is. And this is by far the best 4 Minute song that they have released since Volume Up. And that's been 2 years, two mini albums, 2 singles, 4 or 5 songs that Brave Brothers has produced for them that have done a really, really good job of making them popular. But at the end of the day, for me, it's the least entertaining and least exciting period in 4 Minute's career. And Cube made a really, really good decision and move to go with something different, to drop Brave Brothers, go with the sound that is different. 4 Minute is not that they haven't done before, but to go with something that people to take advantage of all that popularity that Brave Brothers had built up for them over the 2 years, and come out something that had a lot of impact. Was really, really interesting. And by the fact that this song and album basically just blew up in popularity when it came out, it's pretty much evidence right there that this was a really, really awesome move for Cube. It really was. It was absolutely fantastic. And again, moving on, another song that was particularly fantastic is I think this was a solo debut, if I remember correctly, from Niel from Team Top, and the song's titled Love Killer. And as with every other solo release that has come out this year, or just in general, the reason why I like solo releases and what I look for them, or what I look for in a solo release, is this going to be particularly different or significantly different from what their role is in the actual group that they are in. So this song was different from what Teen Top has released in the most recently, as far as I can remember, or at least what I can remember Teen Top listening or releasing. So seeing Niel on his own doing this different from a different sound and genre and style that Teen Top doesn't normally do, to my knowledge, and it's really, really fantastic. Just the fact that it's really, really different, it's really, really good, all of that. It's one of the reasons why this is one of my favorite songs of the year and one of my favorite songs of 2015. Probably one of my most favorite songs from this specific group, as this next song that's coming up, is Black Swan from Rainbow. Rainbow's a group that I actually really enjoy, because for just some reason, I don't particularly know why, I can't really have a specific reason, but Black Swan is a really big significant change for Rainbow as far as what their concept style, their visual look, and their sound in music is. This is a really big change for them, and for that reason alone, it stands out to me as a really, really interesting song, and makes it something that I really, really like. The song is a bit dark and grim, a little creepy as well, and I actually really, really like this. And this might also be, depending on the way that you look at it, the first time that Rainbow as a group, not specifically talking about any subunits, has gone with something. This is probably the sexiest look that they have gone for in their entire career, as far as I can remember. But I mean, you could probably debate that, since they haven't been, like specifically like cute without having any sort of sexy, look to it. But this definitely, in my opinion, is the most sexy look that Rainbow has put out. That's just my opinion. So we're moving on from Rainbow, which is a pretty, recently new group, or something like that, 3 years or something like that they've been around. We're moving on to a group that's been around for basically 5 times as long as Rainbow has been a group. And we're talking about Shinhwa and their song Sniper, that they released, of course, in February. And this song is basically exactly what I would have expected from a group that's been in K-pop for about, as long as I've been alive. A little bit less than that, but, they've been around for a very, very long time. And you get Sniper, which just absolutely oozes, from their confidence as veterans in in Korean music. They've done it all, they've seen it all, they've just done about everything they possibly can. They may or may not be able to go any further as far as, being at the top of the game as far as music in Korea is concerned. They could conquer the rest of the world, but it's going to be a bit difficult, to be honest. But, it just oozes like confidence, right? And it's just like they are, Shinhwa is the shit. They are fantastic, and they know it. And they come out with this song that just has all of that. Like we're the best. We know we're the best, and it just has that whole like confident feel to it, which is the one thing that really, really stood out to me as something that I really actually kind of enjoyed, and I caught on to that. As far as me, that's something I pulled out of it. So, moving on from Shinhwa, we got to talk about another, relatively new group that is having a bit of a rough career with highs and lows as far as their releases are going. We're talking about Newest from Politis and their song, or their promotion track that they released, titled I'm Bad. And they've gone with this route previously with doing the vocal, oriented, focused sort of songs in the past. And in my opinion, those have been their best songs. But they generally follow them up with a song that is kind of garbage. And, Newest is like up, and then they're down, and then they're up, and then they're down. It's a really, really good group. They're really, really solid. And they release a lot of really good music, but Politis just does not do a very good job with them as far as giving them consistently good music, so that they're not, they're not going from high to low from releases. And, I'm Bad is a very, very high release for them. Definitely one of my favorite songs they've ever released. And, that's fantastic. This song is one of the most memorable songs that I have, listened to of this year for sure. And probably one of my favorite songs of Newest's career as well. So that's also pretty cool. Following up Newest, we have got Allmeng and their song Yes I Do. I don't know specifically if you could call this one K-pop, but considering the fact that it is a widely distributed song, I'm going to say that it is. This song is not, again, like I said, you can't really call it K-pop because this has a really, strong folk music, influence and feel to it, which is generally really, really popular in the indie and lesser, known genres and groups in Korean music. And, that's really, really nice. And the entire song and the video and the lyrics and all that stuff is a really, really, really good fit for Valentine's Day, which is when this song came out. So, just the entire timing of this makes this a really good song for, the time of year that it was released. And as such, it makes it into my, 10 songs I've liked from February. Next up, we got to talk about My Name and their song Too Very So Much, which is literally the worst English song title in K-pop that I have ever seen. And it's because they literally translated the Korean into English, I think, word for word, without actually putting any sort of thought into what the how exactly that sounds. But I think that's just supposed to be a bunch of adjectives to describe how much something is. And it's really, I mean, overall the song's nice. It's that K-pop take on the hip-hop sort of thing, which you got a lot of groups that are doing something that's actually vaguely legit hip-hop. This is not legit hip-hop, really. It's the general, it's kind of like the cute and the bubbly kind of hip-hop take, which, I mean, it's not particularly my style, but overall the song is a lot of fun. I quite enjoy listening to it, and I like listening to it when it comes on, randomly, even though I don't select playing it. And we're going to finish up my list with Zico and his song Well Done. Zico personally is not a soloist that I like particularly much. I enjoy his music. It's, I think it's pretty good, and it has its place in, music, and of course people like it. I'm not going to debate that I'm not going to say it's good or bad. It's just particularly, most of it doesn't quite fit into my taste. But Well Done is a different sort of sound from Zico that I've never heard before, and I really, really enjoyed it. I like this song just because it's different, and I think that this very well might be, at least in my opinion, right? So my opinion, because of my personal taste in music, that this is probably the best song that Zico's released in 2015, or since he's gone solo, which, like I said, that's my personal opinion because of my personal taste, which have kind of shaped that. So there you go. Those are 10 more of my favorite songs from 2015. We've covered 20 total songs so far. We got 100 more to go, which means we got 10 more videos coming up. It's super, super exciting. Next video, we're going to be covering 10 songs from the month of March. In the comments below, I want you to let me know what your favorite songs are of 2015. Get connected with me on social media. Got Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Got links to those profiles and more in the description box below, so if you want to give me a follow, that would be awesome. Another thing would be awesome is if you would share this video. I would greatly appreciate that. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye. Covering my favorite K-pop songs of 2015, 120 of them, in fact. We'll be doing 10 for every single month of the year, going month by month, naturally starting in January. So since this is the first video in the series, that naturally means that we're going to be doing my 10 favorite songs from the month